Angelina Jolie's private struggles revealed as actress considers leaving America amid Brad Pitt legal fight and financial concerns. Tonight, we delve behind the glimmer of red carpets and movie premieres into what insiders are calling one of the most challenging periods in the life of Angelina Jolie. A time defined not by box office numbers but by personal struggle, legal turmoil, and questions about her future in the United States. For decades, Angelina Jolie has been a defining figure in Hollywood, celebrated for her acting, her humanitarian work, and her global influence. But behind that powerful image, recent reports paint the picture of a woman grappling with increasingly complex private realities. Sources now suggest that Jolie's life, once patterned by travel, film sets, and philanthropic missions, could soon take a very different turn, one that might lead her away from America entirely. Jolie's legal struggles with her ex-husband, Brad Pitt, have been widely publicized. But what many don't see is how prolonged litigation continues to take its toll. Although the couple's divorce was legally finalized in late 2024 after more than 8 years of contention, disputes remain, especially related to shared assets like their former Chateau Miraval winery in France. Insiders report that the ongoing legal maze over business interests, distribution of assets, and financial claims has not only cost time and energy, but also substantial sums of money, funds that Jolie once relied on to sustain her lifestyle in Los Angeles despite decades of box office success, from Girl, Interrupted to Maleficent and Eternals. Recent sources say Jolie is feeling financial pressure due to mounting legal bills linked to the ongoing Pitt disputes. One report explicitly notes that Jolie is now considering ways to make her finances stretch, particularly by exploring a move abroad where the cost of living could be lower and her money could go farther. In fact, she has already taken steps that suggest this isn't just idle talk. According to multiple insiders, Jolie has sold her New York apartment and is reportedly planning to put her Los Angeles mansion on the market as well. These are not small decisions. They signal a woman seriously contemplating a shift away from the heart of Hollywood and the United States itself, something almost unheard of for a movie star of her stature. A significant factor shaping Jolie's choices has been her role as a mother. She and Pitt share 6 children: Maddox, Pax, Zahara, Shiloh, and twins Knox and Vivienne. For years, Jolie remained in Los Angeles due to custody agreements that kept her close until the youngest children reached adulthood. But that requirement is soon to expire. By July of 2026, the youngest twins will turn 18, theoretically freeing Jolie from legal obligations that have anchored her to the US for nearly a decade. This approaching freedom from those constraints seems to be a turning point, one that might finally allow her to follow long-held desires to live and work internationally, especially in places that reflect her humanitarian commitments and personal values. But Jolie's potential relocation isn't just about finances and legal logistics. According to sources from recent interviews and public statements, the actress has voiced deeper concerns about the social and political climate in America, expressing that she no longer recognizes her country due to increasing polarization and division. For a woman who has spent much of her life advocating for global human rights, international justice, and refugee relief, that disconnect between her worldview and her country of residence carries emotional weight. This is not merely a celebrity uprooting for stylistic reasons. It's a philosophical and emotional shift that reflects deep dissatisfaction with the state of public life in the U.S. Legal fights, even when resolved, can leave invisible scars. Jolie's divorce from Pitt wasn't just a matter of splitting assets. It included emotional strain, public scrutiny, and allegations that resounded through headlines for years. Court filings showed Jolie describing the divorce as emotionally difficult, and some legal disputes involved detailed disclosures that can feel invasive even long after the proceedings end. And while some gossip outlets have downplayed relocation rumors, the consistency and specificity of multiple reports suggest something deeper at play. A woman no longer comfortable with her current chapter in life. If Jolie has indeed decided to leave America, the question becomes, where? Insiders point to several possibilities. Cambodia, a place deeply connected to her family and the adoption of her eldest son, Maddox. Europe, where many of her humanitarian missions and film projects have taken her. A life split across continents, balancing creative work with privacy, children's futures, and global engagement. Whatever the choice, it's clear that this isn't just a matter of changing homes. It's about redefining identity. Fans and industry observers are watching closely. Some see Jolie's moves as a powerful statement, that even global stars can choose peace and privacy over fame and spectacle. Others say the story highlights the very real emotional cost of life under constant legal and media pressure. In many ways, Jolie's journey highlights a universal theme. Even those with access to extraordinary resources are not immune to stress, conflict, and the search for meaning beyond wealth and celebrity. Angelina Jolie's career has always been marked by transformation, from actress to director, from Hollywood star to humanitarian icon. Today, as she faces legal entanglements, financial recalibrations, and personal reflection, another transformation appears to be on the horizon. Whether she stays in America or begins a new chapter abroad, one thing remains certain. Her story continues to evolve, beyond tabloids, beyond lawsuits, and towards something more deeply personal. In Part 1, we explored Angelina Jolie's reported private struggles, from financial pressures to the possibility of leaving the United States as her legal battles with Brad Pitt continue to cast long shadows. Now, in Part 2, we widen the lens. How does this affect Brad Pitt? How is Hollywood reacting? And what could this mean for Angelina Jolie's future, creatively, personally, and globally? Let's dive deeper. Even though the divorce between Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt was finalized after years of proceedings, the emotional and financial aftershocks continue. At the center of their remaining disputes is the Chateau Miraval estate in France, a luxury winery and vineyard that became both a romantic symbol of their marriage and later, a focal point of corporate litigation. The Miraval lawsuit isn't just about property. It's about ownership rights, alleged contractual violations, business control, and millions, possibly tens of millions, of dollars. Legal experts suggest prolonged high-profile disputes like this can drain resources rapidly, especially when multiple international jurisdictions are involved. And that strain doesn't just affect balance sheets, it affects mental bandwidth. While Jolie's potential relocation is making headlines, Brad Pitt's life appears outwardly stable. He continues working steadily in film production and acting. His production company remains active. His public appearances are measured, controlled. But insiders suggest the Miraval dispute is not insignificant for him either. This isn't merely a financial disagreement. It's a prolonged extension of a relationship that legally